What's going on, guys? It's Mr. F like 9916 and welcome to another MLB 17 The Show discussion video. Today we're going to be talking about some of the new physics and gameplay animations in the game. A bunch of new gameplay updates were just announced, I think yesterday. As with the last video, this is footage from my MLB 16 The Show Road to the Show, so if you enjoy watching Road to the Show series and franchise and that kind of stuff, as well as some Diamond Dynasty I'll be doing, make sure you hit subscribe because we'll be having plenty of fun series when MLB 17 comes out. And also the link is in the description to the video that the people at San Diego Studios released. But without further ado, let's get into some of the new additions that they said they are going to add to MLB 17. First off is new ball physics. There's going to be curving and slicing ground balls, top spin line drives. This is pretty much, they're saying it's going to be a game changer, and I kind of agree because in the old editions of MLB The Show, the ball physics, see that line drive you just saw right there, the line out, it pretty much went straight. And they said that the ball physics in the old MLB The Show games was as if you were hitting the ball off of a wall. But now the physics engine looks at the fact that it's a bat, and if you think about the science behind that, a bat is round, and that's going to create a lot of top spin stuff like that. So this home run, which is pretty embarrassing, I let that up, which was pretty much a straight line drive, that exact pitch that you just saw right there might actually end up being a curved home run, where, you know, it's more towards the foul pole or something like that, or who knows, you know, it might have been higher or lower in the air. Just the flight path of balls is going to be changed, which is going to make defending, I think, a little bit different, because, you know, you think if you're doing a road to show outfielder, you're going to have to field that a little bit different than you do. But at the same time, it's just going to add more realism, which I think is a good thing to have in the game. So the home runs and the line drives will all be a little more realistic, stuff down the line. I think it's going to be a great change. Speaking of home runs, they're using real-world video and data for home run distances. So I think that was a 403-foot home run you saw in the video there. And, you know, that might actually change depending on what they've recalculated. And also temperature and altitude will have more effects on the home runs. I think it already has been like that, because you go to Colorado in this game, you can hit a lot of long home runs. Obviously higher altitude, the air's less dense, so the ball's going to go farther because less friction. But I guess they're improving the temperature and altitude effect. So if it's a really hot day, you know, that may affect if you're going to hit how many home runs versus if you're playing in a 45-degree weather. There's hundreds of thousands of new hit possibilities as well. That kind of comes off of this engine. So I think that's pretty fantastic. But the next thing that they announced is Humanity AI. So the AI are going to try to act a little bit more like humans than robots this year. They're going to play balls off the wall. They're not going to always go to the exact spot. You know, they're going to have to try to guess. They might get it wrong a little bit more. Step-off timing is going to be a little different for pitchers on the mound and base runners trying to steal. Base runner decisions will also be more lifelike, instead of always knowing, and I think that's a good thing. I noticed when I do Road to Show, when I'm running on the bases, you know, it seems like the pitcher always knows right when I steal or right when I step off the base. He doesn't even look to the base. He just goes to pick me off if I get a leadoff. So hopefully they'll have a little more realism in that, which will make base running a little bit more realistic, because I feel like there are some things where it's kind of bad. I don't know. That's just my opinion, but I think that's going to be another fantastic addition to the game. The next thing also goes off base running. They're calling it cat and mouse base running. All new systems for throwing out runners. The main thing is a catcher throwing meter. So the way this works, if you're playing with the whole team, not Road to Show, if you're pitching and you notice that the runner is on first and he goes to steal second, you push triangle while the pitch, after you know you've thrown the pitch, you hit triangle, and that's going to put you in like the catcher's point of view. It's going to have a little meter come up, kind of like the pitching meter that I use in this series. And basically what's going to happen, the meter's going to go up. There's going to be red, yellow, and green. When it gets into the green area, you hit triangle again, and if you successfully hit it in the green area, then it will actually be a better throw. If you get it in the yellow, it'll be like an okay throw, and if you get in the red, chances are that ball is going into the outfield. It obviously depends on your difficulty level as well, but that's kind of what they're adding to it and kind of what they're changing. It gives you a lot more control. Of course, it's something you're going to have to get better at, but it does give you more control over what happens, which I think more control is always a good thing. And the attributes of the catcher affect the size of the green sweet spot in the meter. So if it's a really good catcher, it's going to be a really big sweet spot that's hard to miss. If it's a bad catcher, yeah, good luck. Once again, it all depends on what difficulty level you're playing on, but they are adding that. And I think that's a pretty cool thing that they're adding. It's kind of like, I think, was it the old 2K games or way back in MLB The Show, they had like a throwing meter just for regular play. So I wonder if that's something that might be added in the future. I mean, I guess they still kind of, I guess, do they still have throwing meters in MLB? I don't know. I only play, you just hit the, my settings, you just hit the pad towards the base that you want and it goes to it. I know that they've had in the past, like, some kind of, like, circular meter thing. I don't really know what they have now, but they're doing it for catchers, and I think it's a good thing. So the next thing kind of goes off of that as well. It's an all-new catch and throw engine, so this affects the humans and the AI. Timing issues are fixed for routine grounders, so you won't have any more plays where you hit a routine ground ball, and then the shortstop takes about 19 seconds and fake pumps about 17 times, and then ends up throwing to first, and you're already to, like, third base by the time it happens. I'm exaggerating there, but I have noticed that happens a lot. There's times where, you know, that helps me if I'm batting, but it hurts me if I'm not. They're going to be more efficient, essentially, what's going to happen. The shortstop, or whoever, he's going to get the ball, and he's going to try to throw it to first as quick as he can if, you know, he needs to hurry up. And it's just going to kind of smooth out the gameplay a little bit, kind of make things a little bit better. They're just improving that engine, which is what they seem to be doing with a lot of things in this game. Improving a lot of engines with the throwing and the catching. That seems to be a big theme here in MLB 17 is, you know, what they really want to do is just try to smooth things out, which I think is good because I think, you know, I think MLB 16 everything is pretty good, but there are some things that I agree they could make better. And it seems like from the video, guys, it seems like from the amount of work they've been uploading onto Facebook and onto their social media, it seems like they're putting a lot of effort into this game. And I think that's good because MLB 16, I can tell you from this Road to the Show, there's a lot of glitches. And there's a lot of animation glitches. This Road to the Show, for those of you that have watched this series, you know that I won Reliever of the Year 2 years ago. And the whole year after I won Reliever of the Year, it showed me getting the award before every single game the entire season. After you leave a series, it shows like scores from minor league teams up at the top of the screen rather than like the last game that you played in the series. And there's just so many animation glitches with like the presentation and the broadcast, and it's honestly embarrassing. They haven't announced anything about fixing that, but I really hope they do because it's just something that drives me crazy. But so speaking about animations though, there are some new animations that they're also adding. 350 new and redone batting stances. That's fantastic. Just adding, again, more detail to the game. That's what makes MLB The Show such a great game. There's so much detail in it, and they're adding more. 350 new and redone, as well as 300 new and redone pitching animations, which is also pretty fantastic. Hopefully they smooth some of them out a little bit and, you know, just continue to make them better, continue to make them more realistic. I'm looking forward to that, as well as 1,000 new gameplay animations. Now, what exactly 1,000 will consist of, I think it'll be everything, but there's a lot of team and batter-specific home run stances or celebrations that they said. So, you know, maybe they'll have like bat flips, which I personally hate. That's a different discussion. But maybe they'll have stuff like that. They showed in the video, which is, as I said, the link's in the description. They showed like the Red Sox doing some type of high five that they do in the outfield. Just that kind of stuff in general. And, you know, trying to make it more team-specific, batter-specific. I think that's a really good thing because, you know, for anyone who follows a specific team and you have specific players that do something, to see that in the game just adds, it brings it to that next level of realism that MLB The Show has always brought itself to. That's what's, as I said before, that's what's always made this game so great. They've always gone to that next level of realism, and they're continuing to do it. So that's pretty much, guys, going to be it for all the new changes here in MLB 17 The Show. We still have about a minute left in the video. I put another video up on this kind of stuff about a week or two ago. I'll link that in the description as well. It involves some of the Road to the Show editions that they're adding, and I think some franchise changes that they did. And as always, if there's new additions to MLB The Show that they continue to announce, I will continue making videos for you guys. So make sure you hit the subscribe button and leave a like and comment if there's anything else you want to see in the game, or comment what your thoughts on these new changes are. I gave you my thoughts. I want to hear what you guys think. I think we'll probably all be in agreement that these are good changes, that these are things that we like, you know, and if you don't like the catching meter, it'll probably be optional. So that's going to be it for this episode, guys. A quick note on my Road to the Show. I got my 43rd save of the year right there, and we finished the 2022, is that what you're in? I don't even know. We finished the season. In the next episode, we will be doing the off-season and starting spring training for the next year. So that's going to be it for this episode, guys. Next video will be Road to the Show tomorrow. Hope you guys all enjoy your Friday, and you all have a good weekend for now. We'll see you next time. I'm Mr. Aflac, 9916. Peace.